CEO gets to visit Rotary. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Allison. This is my third year as facilitator for the Edwardsville CEO program. We've got 5 of our students right here. All 20 wanted to be here, so they're sending their hellos from afar. But we have our max capacity this year of 20 students from our 3 local high schools. So Edwardsville High School, Father McGivney Catholic High School, and Metro East Lutheran High School. And our program is an entrepreneurial program. But what we're trying to do is set these students up for success no matter what career path they choose outside of high school. So what we wanted to do today, like we do we come about this time every year, is give you a little update on where we are with the program. And then also the students are right about to launch their class business event, and they'd like to share some information with you about that. Again, thank you, because Rotary is one of the main reasons we were able to launch this program 3 years ago. So it doesn't seem like 3 years ago we took that picture, but that was pretty phenomenal. So we love having Rotary as one of our supporters and can't thank you guys enough for your continued support. The heartbeat of the program, these 13 people do a lot of work behind the scenes every day, every week, every month with me to keep this program going. And I know you recognize most of the faces up there. Well, not those parents, but I just wanted to give a continued shout out to the 13 board members that continually work with me behind the scenes to keep this program going. I'm gonna keep going. Oh, there it is. Okay. So as I mentioned before, we have 3 feeder schools in our program with 20 students. And here they are. So this year we had, actually this is the 2nd year in a row, Rachel Garrett, who's a local photographer, volunteers her time and services to take headshots of our group, and my goodness, she makes us look good. So these are our 20 students that we have this year. We are also, there's a bunch of different ways that people can contribute to the program. I know I've talked to you guys a lot about this before, but one of the unique things about this school program is that we don't meet in a school. We always meet in a local business. So whether we're touring a business and hearing from the owner about what their life story is or how the business runs, or if we're hosting a guest speaker, we have to have a place to meet. These are 3 of our most frequented classroom spaces, if you will. So First Mid Bank and Trust, you might recognize that guy in the middle up there, that's Abel. And then the City of Edwardsville Public Safety Department, or Public Safety Building, Chief Keevan allows us to use their training room, which is beautiful. And then new this year, we use the Ink House, which is a new event space downtown. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, it is absolutely stunning and it smells fantastic. Every time we're in there, it just smells amazing. So because of those local places, we are able to host speakers and have our classwork days. So COVID-19 has thrown all of us for a big wrench, and a lot of local CEO programs haven't even had the luxury of meeting with their students in person. We've been extremely fortunate that all 3 schools, even though each of them are dealing with COVID in a little bit different situation, we've been allowed to meet every single day since the start of school. So this kind of started back in March, and every spring the students launched their individual businesses at a trade show. We weren't able to do that this year. We had to launch it virtually, which was still okay. But this year, I'm really excited that we've been able to continue to meet in person. The students get their temperatures checked with me every morning. They wear masks. We stay distanced. But they've handled it beautifully, and so have our guest speakers. We've been extremely fortunate for that. Typically during the week, we visit 2 businesses and host 2 guest speakers. It's taking a second. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. There we go. Over the course of the year, we visit close to 40 businesses here in Edwardsville or in the surrounding area and host over 100 guest speakers. This year, since they've implemented their class business earlier, we haven't gone to quite as many businesses so far, but we will definitely make up for that in the spring. So to talk to you a little bit about what these business visits look like and what students get out of those business visits, I'm going to start bringing students up so you can hear them talk over me. So Jack Wise, would you mind coming up and talking a little bit about that?
Hi everyone, I'm Jack Wise. So as Hannah said, we visit a lot of businesses throughout the year. So far we've hit like Global Brew, Ula, what's up?
Feedback up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Is this good? Okay, sorry about that. Is this better?
Yes.
Okay. Sweet. So yeah, we've hit lots of local businesses. We went to Global Brew, we went to Ulala Medical Spa. We've gone to Quas Furniture, Chef Shop, and so honestly, these business visits are my favorite part of CEO. Just getting to go and hear from all of these local business owners about their stories, how they got started, any mistakes that they made along the way, and what they can give to me that I can use in my future. It's just that's the best part about CEO. Do I think
Nice job, Jack. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so one of the, am I in a good frame? Is close? Okay. One of the first things the students are tasked with, so we've got 20 students, they're all from different high schools. So when they come together for CEO, this is the first time they're all meeting each other. One of the first things we task them with is creating the badges that they're wearing. So to talk about the badge business process, Anna Keenley is going to come up and talk to you about that.
Am I good? Okay, hi, my name is Anna Keenley, and like Hannah said, creating the badges is one of our first tasks that we have, like a big task in the year. So basically, Hannah doesn't really get to give us any advice, so we start from scratch. We had really no idea what we were doing, and we didn't really know each other yet. But badge business was our chance to get to know each other and kind of get a feel for the business world. So we worked really hard to get sponsorships. And we split up into different groups to get sponsorships, and we each have a sponsorship on our badge from a specific business. And then we got them ordered, and now we all have these badges.
Mission accomplished.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Anna. So after their badge business, which happens pretty much within the first month of CEO, students then launch into a class business. And the reason we call this a class business and not just a fundraiser or an event is because students are responsible for planning this entire event from start to finish. They form committees, they have to create a marketing plan, they're completely in charge of the financials with projections and setting goals. So it's much more than just raising money for something. So when I'm gonna not talk too much about this because this is where I really want the kids to dive into. So who's starting with this? Is it which Emily? One of the Emilys. You doing goals? Emily Cecil is going to come up and talk to you about the goals that they set for this event and why they chose to do it. Emily?
Okay, hi everyone, my name's Emily. So we've set 3 goals for ourselves, with the first being to gain experience. And the best way for us to do that is to actually plan this whole event and, just dive in and get that real world experience. And then also to generate the profit. So whatever profit we make off of our class business is going to be used as the seed money to start our own individual businesses, as well as we are hoping to become investors in the program once we're finished. And then community involvement. So our goal with having our event is to get CEO's name out there and get involved and have something positive for the Edwardsville community. Thank you.
So to give you more information about what this event is, I'm going to invite Emily Williams up to speak with you. Emily? Yeah, I'm shorter than everybody else, so I don't know. Am I in frame? Am I good? Yeah. Okay. So like Emily Cecil said, we like to have community involvement. So we have different food vendors, local food vendors with burgers, STL, the S'more Shack, Cake Pop A Go-Go, and Goshen Coffee. As well as you can see our flyer. So on the first night of November 13th, we are showing Elf and National Lampoon. And on November 14th, we are showing Abominable and the 2018 version of Grinch. And then this movie is also a drive-in, so it is extremely COVID friendly for these troubling and trying times. So as Emily said, they've titled this Merry Little Movie Night, and they were dead set on doing it 2 nights. So as far as I know, we are the only CEO program across the nation, which is now almost 57 programs, that has done their event two nights in a row, which is pretty phenomenal. I think it speaks to not only their hard work ethic, but also the fact that they are just looking for anything to do that is exciting and thrilling. And this group works incredibly well together. So it's been very exciting and intoxicating to watch that energy. So they have partnered with several members of the community to make this happen. And that's what I'm going to invite Luke Dekas up to speak to you about next.
Yeah, so like Hannah said, we have been working with a lot of key partners from the Edwardsville area. Oh, sorry. Where do I go? Is this good?
A little bit more.
A little further back? Okay, good. I'm taller than I thought. So one of the things that every time we go visit a business, one of the biggest pieces of advice they give us is to talk to as many people as you can about your business. So that's one of the things we've been doing. I met with Chief Keevan pretty recently here. They gave us a lot of advice for kind of the logistics of how to organize the parking lot and everything. Lieutenant Byrne was there too, and he gave us a nice display of the parking lot that we can use. So that was very helpful. We've been working with Trina Vetter from she's the special events coordinator for the city of Edwardsville. She's been really helpful with marketing, making different connections, giving us an idea of how to make that work. We've been working with District 7, so the drive-in is going to be at the EHS parking lot. So we've worked with Dr. Stewart a lot to get that venue, and they've been very helpful with anything that we need there. And since this is all going on during a pandemic, we've worked very closely with the Madison County Health Department to make sure everyone can stay safe, get everything approved because of all of our food vendors. So there's been a lot of help from the Edwardsville community to make this happen. Okay, so finally, we hope that you all can come. So we're super excited. Like Emily was saying, it's Christmas themed, it's for families, it's outdoors, it's safe. We have general admission and VIP tickets. A VIP ticket gets you front row seats. You get a bag of Santa's goodies, is what we're calling them. So it'll be things like some chef shop popcorn, some blankets and hand warmers because it might be cold. What else are we putting in there? I don't remember. I think Emily did. On the Friday night, we're showing Elf and Christmas Vacation. Saturday, we're showing Abominable and Dr. Seuss's The Grinch. The Saturday movies are a little bit geared more towards little kids. We wanted to appeal to a little bit bigger of a crowd there. So if you want to buy tickets, the link where we have an Eventbrite website where you can purchase the tickets online beforehand. That link is available through our Facebook page, which is the Edwardsville CEO Merry Little Movie Night. So you can access it that way. We're encouraging people to buy tickets beforehand because logistically it'll be a lot easier for us, but you can also buy tickets at the gate the night of. Oh, it is, yeah. So VIP for night one is actually already sold out. So if you want a VIP ticket, it would have to be for Saturday night. So that's a good problem to have for us, I guess. Anything else? Or should I turn it back over to you?
Actually, stay there for a second. That's pretty much all we had for the event that they had. Does anybody have any questions for them?
What's the physical setup for showing the movie? Is there a projection? Is it a big screen?
It's a projection. We
Are people going to sit outside their car for the audio, or is it piped in through a radio station, or what?
both actually. So we went to we're not doing the screen ourselves. We hired a company that does screen rentals professionally. There, so we'll have a big, it's 25-foot movie screen that will be with a projector. That'll be sitting up at the front of the parking lot on some kind of, it'll be elevated. We're still figuring out what we're using to elevate it, but it'll be elevated. So all the cars, that was a good question about the cars in the parking lot. So the audio will be available through a radio station and through speakers. So you can sit in your car and watch it, or you can sit outside of your car and watch. We are asking, as one of our COVID restrictions, we're asking that everyone in the parking lot sits in front of their car. So we're spacing the cars out in the parking lot with every other spot so that everyone can keep social distancing. So our one ask would be that people park. If you're sitting outside of your car, you have to sit in front of your car so that everyone can stay spread out. Any other questions about the event? Yes.
it's not about the event, sort of.
Okay.
But, the profits that you make from all of your fundraising stuff goes for you guys to start your seed money for your CEO businesses, right?
Correct.
How much does one need-ish?
The max we can get is $599 for tax purposes. And right now, as far as our projections go, we are projected to get enough so that all 20 of us can get all $599. One of our other goals was that we want to make $3,000 in addition to that so that we can become investors in the CEO program ourselves. And then whatever else, one of our other goals was that we could have something for our group, like some kind of, I don't know, maybe something fun for us that we can do with the rest of the money if we can make. Yeah. So, yeah, good question.
Can you invest more of your own money into the businesses that you start? Or
Yes.
you maxed out at $599?
We can invest as much of our own money as we need to, but it's just, from what we can get from the CEO program is capped at $599.
What you don't make from your fundraisers is, you kind of have to make up on your own, right?
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Is the student population even between the three education areas?
It's not actually. We have the biggest population from McGivney. We have 10 students from McGivney, 6 from EHS, and then 4 from Metro East.
And it's a blind application process, so our student selection committee does not know names or school of the students that apply. Oh yeah, this year we had majority girls, so
Yeah.
we have 6 boys and, wait, 6, 7, 6?
6 boys.
6 boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest are girls. Yay.
Anything else?
So how are ticket sales going overall? Met your goal
There,
for the
we
month itself?
have, we've met our goal for the first night, right? Or we're very close to it. We've sold out VIP for the first night. We're at about 50, yeah, just under 50% of our capacity, which is our 50% of our capacity was our goal. So we've sold about 70, 65, 70 tickets total for the first night. The second night, we're at 20-ish that we've sold, maybe 30, about 30 cars for the second night so far.
It was interesting because when they were planning their marketing strategy, they really narrowed down, they wanted it to be catered to families. And so they picked family movies, but with the first night, they picked more, not adult movies, Elf and National Lampoon, but they were like, oh, well, the big seller is gonna be The Abominable and Grinch for the kids. And the first night's been selling way faster than the second night, so that's been interesting to watch. They've also, the marketing team sent out press release. I was saying that the marketing team, who we don't have anyone from marketing. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Jack. Yeah, Jack, do you want to come up and tell them really quickly what you guys have done with marketing? Nice job.
Yeah, so for marketing, we completed a press release last week, I believe, right at the end of last week. So we sent that out to the Intelligencer, and we also sent it to Tim Azell with Fox 2. And then we sent it to a few different other places. We're on the Riverbender. And BAM Marketing worked with us, so we're very thankful for them. But yeah, so a big push for us has been going to these news organizations and trying to get them to publish our event with the press release. For marketing, we've also hit a lot of social media. We actually just published our first paid for Facebook ad, and Hannah said that we made a couple sales right after that. So that's a good sign that things are going to go well with all of our social media marketing.
Yeah, it was within 5 minutes. They made the boost post and then they sold 2 tickets. Just like super fast. Good job, Jeff.
All right.
Great. Do you guys have any other questions for us while we're here?
What are some?
I have one question for you,
businesses that you're
Hannah.
really excited about this year? Are they secret?
Like businesses that we go to visit?
The-
Oh, these guys,
Yeah.
good question. So we actually have, Doug Vilhard, who is the president of Father McGivney's board, and he owns 2nd Street in St. Louis. He's a repeat guest speaker for us. He's also the director of the Washington University School of Business. So he comes and does his entrepreneurial course, but catered for CEO students. So they've met with Doug 5 times so far this semester, and he's taking them through how to create an individual business. So they're right now getting to the point where they're brainstorming ideas. I don't know, who do you think's got one that they're the most excited about so far? Individual business idea.
I mean, I'm excited about mine.
Come on up, Luke.
So for my business, I'm a musician, so I'm going to be going around to, hopefully it'll be available with COVID and everything. My goal is to be able to go to different venues, restaurants, outdoor, maybe rent it out to birthday parties or something, play, entertain. So hopefully that's my goal, is to market myself that way, play music for people. And then in addition to that, a little bit later on in the summer, I've been working on recording an album and releasing it. I had one just this summer so while I was in quarantine, I recorded an album and released it on Spotify. Actually, just on Halloween, I released another song, and so my goal is for the next summer, I'll be able to release another album and start selling that as well. So pretty excited about that.
Adding in-home lessons to your repertoire?
I can talk to you afterward.
I have a student for you.
Okay, great. That's
I
awesome.
don't care what instrument you play.
Okay.
I just want him to learn something.
Great. I'll teach him to play the piano. That's the best one to get. Best one to learn on. Yep.
Perfect.
I think there was a question on Zoom from John Gibbons.
Question on Zoom?
Yeah, on Zoom, yeah. Let me see. Hey, John, you ask your question again?
John Gibbons, did you have a question for the CEO?
I do. Hannah, it's questions for you, Hannah.
Okay, yes.
You mentioned Global Brew. I just wondered if the participants in CEO all got to sample the brew.
Fortunately, no. So we actually, just to be safe, we had waivers signed by all the parents so that all the parents knew we were going to Global Brew and okayed it. So no, we did not sample beer.
Too bad.
But Ryan just purchased Sugar Fire, so that'll be a fun thing to add on to our visit next year. Yeah, did you know that? Ryan just purchased it. Yeah, awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for having us. We're going to stick around for a few minutes, so if you have any other questions for us, we have flyers on your table. Also, feel free to share the event on your own social media or Facebook ad, or if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you to you five for your presentations today. And to those that could not be here that are out there on Zoom, good luck to you all.